Hello and welcome to the latest Lukozer retro game review video, and for this one it is the Master of Magic, which was released for Commodore 64 by Mad Games, which is of course the side label of Mastertronic, the Mastertronic Added Dimension. This game was released in 1986, sometime around March or April time. This is a budget role-playing game, and role-playing games weren't overly popular on the Commodore 64 for reasons I could never really understand. And so a lot of people thought that, you know, an El Cheapo budget game that's an RPG was not going to be all that impressive. Well, let's get a game ready and we'll show you what this is all about. I won't bother showing you the instructions because I'll talk you through those. So, the screen is essentially split into four parts. At the bottom of the screen, between the two like skulls impaled on these like sticks, that is a graphical representation of everything that's in the area that you can interact with. Then above that is the area with the instructions. Above that to the right is the info panel, which well, is pretty self-explanatory, and then to the left is the map area, which also doubles as the play area. Now, before we actually get underway, I'll tell you the story of the game. You were just wandering around in some cave area and you find this strange pool of black liquid. And suddenly this hand appears out of it and drags you in. And the hand belongs to Thelric, who is the Master of Magic. He's dragged you into his realm. He possesses the spell to take you back to your own world. But he will only do it if you bring him the Amulet of Immortality and place it on the pedestal by this pool, as you can see here. Now I'll show you the pool in a minute. If you fail, then you will never return home. In fact, if you fail, it's probably because you're dead. So that's the story. What you can hear in the background is a piece of music by Rob Hubbard, which I consider to be absolutely among his best. I think the music in this game is just fantastic. However, I will turn it off for the benefit of doing this video, so I'm not having to talk over it, because otherwise it plays throughout. There are sound effects, but they are very sparse. Anyway, so let's get the game underway. Now, to actually move around, you need to select the run option, and then you can move around as you like. Now here is the pool, and this yellow thing, which I'm now standing over, is the pedestal, and we can examine it. You can just see a raised golden platform that's thickly covered with dust. So we'll carry on. Now, you have been given the ability to cast some spells already. If I select cast, there you go, so you can cast Magic Missile, Fireball, Magical Shield or Energy Drain. They are the only spells you have at the moment. Above the information panel, you'll see these two bars with M and B. M is your mind power or mind health. As you cast spells, that goes down. There are ways of replenishing it if you find certain potions. Next to it is body health, which is basically, you know, how much well, it is your health. You know, it's pretty self-explanatory really. When that reaches 0, you're dead. Next to it is the time, but you'll notice that the time stops when you are in the section of selecting what you want to do. So you have plenty of time to decide what you're going to be doing if things seem to be getting a bit frantic. So it's never, you know, even in the most hairy of times, you can just press fire and give yourself a bit of a breather while you consider what you're going to do. So we'll examine the scroll that we've found on the floor here. Find protection for your health, gather potions for your stealth, go up and east to find your treasure, beware the Minotaur or be his pleasure. There you go, so that's what that says. So anyway, let's get out of here. Now you'll notice that the view is limited to purely your field of vision. So once you've been to an area, that doesn't mean that area will then stay on screen all the time. It's only if it's actually in your field of sight that it will stay there. Now this is taking us north and west. Now that bat there has already attacked me, as you can see. The bat has attacked you with his teeth. Bats are very weak, so if we attack the bat, yeah, we killed it with one hit. So now we have the dead label showing across the bat there. There are also 2 sets of stairs. In fact, there are 3 sets. So let's see what these are all about. It's been so long since I played this that I can't actually remember where to go. Now this is an orc. Now if we attack it, oh shit, this orc only has bare hands. This is going to take a lot more attacking. Okay, I've hit it twice and he has missed twice. Now I've hit it 3 times and he's missed all 3 times. He's still missing, so well, I might get away with this now he's hit me. But because I don't have a weapon, I'm only attacking with my fist, and that's okay. So I killed it, but oh right, oh no, I don't want to run. I want to pick up the armor. I want to now wear the armor. That is a vampire that's coming towards me. They are incredibly tough. I do not really want to find myself having a go up against him, so I'm going to try and run away and hopefully lose him. If you do manage to lose them, which is something of a miracle, then well, some creatures will give up, others won't. This fucker is not going to give up. Oh fuck it. Right, we'll attack it and hope that yeah, he's hit me. I'm not taking off this armor though. This is going to help considerably, especially against a creature like a vampire. The vampire has a dagger, so if I can kill it, which is highly unlikely, yeah, see, my health is already running very low. Last chance, let's cast a fireball. Didn't do anything. So I didn't last too long on that go. Right, let's try again. This time we can jump straight in. Now we already know about the pedestal and the scrolls, so there's no need to read those again. No, that way. Let's go. Oh. Let's attack the bat. Yeah, I killed that straight away. This is the way I went last time, isn't it? So it was handy to get the armor, but I also then had a fucking vampire coming after me. That was not right, so I'll attack this bat. Yeah, you don't always kill bats in one hit, but normally, you know, 1 or 2 is enough. Sometimes if you're really unlucky, you'll have to hit it 3 times. It doesn't help when you have, say, two or more attacking you at the same time. So I've killed two of them. The third one surely can't take too many more hits yet. There we go. Right, let's keep going. There's nothing around here. So let's get on to the actual review part while I am doing this. Audio, the music, as I say, I think is fantastic. It's definitely one of Rob Hubbard's best pieces of music. The sound effects are quite sparse, as you can hear, but, well, yeah, they're not great, but it's not the end of the world that they are this sparse, you know. You could always just keep the music on, and then you don't have to worry about looks like, okay, that snake is running away. Okay, fuck him then. Oh no, he's coming back again, is he? He doesn't attack very quickly. I'm getting plenty of hits in without him attacking back. Mind you, I'm also missing a hell of a lot. Come on, you fucker. Anyway, so that's sound effects done. Now, as far as graphics, okay, the graphics in the playing area are very, very basic. If you are one of these people who thinks that, you know, a game has to have fantastic graphics in order for it to be good, then this is not the game for you. The graphics in the sort of display area that shows you each creature or anything that you can interact with, they're perfectly fine. You know, they're not remarkable. I have seen better, but I've certainly seen a lot worse. I mean, bearing in mind this is a role-playing game, you know, it's the immersion and the interactive parts that are by far the most important. Let's have a look at what kind of potion that is. Potion of healing. Definitely want that. I won't drink it yet. So I'll swap hands, yes, because at the moment I'm holding it. If I go to the inventory, you're carrying nothing in your right hand potion. Oh no, you're carrying nothing in your right hand, a potion in your left hand, and you're wearing nothing but your clothes. Later on you'll find a backpack to put stuff in. If you are carrying something in your right hand, that's the hand that you fight with. So you have to use that, use whatever you're holding in your right hand to do all your attacking. If you're holding a health potion, you're not going to be able to do a great deal of attacking then. So anyway, so that's graphics and audio taken care of. So what about the game itself? I think the game is fucking superb. I'm a big fan of this. I always have been a big fan of this. Yes, it may be you know, a budget game, and that may make people think, oh, it's not going to be much cop, which is probably why it wasn't a particularly big selling game when it came out. There we go, Snake's dead. I can examine it, but yeah, no distinguishing features. Anyway. So yes, the game wasn't a big seller when it was released. It wasn't a huge success, which I think's a shame. It deserved to do quite well, but role-playing games just weren't very popular on the Commodore 64. I don't really know why, because this, I say, is a fantastic game. You may hear a load of people screaming and shouting outside. That's just a bunch of fucking wankers, and, you know, bollocks to them. Whoops. I was meant to do that. There we go. I remember this area. Yeah, there's like about 3 sets of doors around here. Nothing in there. And there are some sets of stairs at the far end of this long corridor, if I remember rightly. Well, there's one set there, so yeah, right. Anyway, let's check what's behind these doors. Not a lot by the looks of it. Nope. How about here? Ah, there's a skeleton. I wonder if he's got a weapon, and if he has, can I attack him? Or can I claim it off him when it comes to attacking the bastard? He's not fucking, he's running away from me for some reason. Here we go. Attacks you with his hands. Oh bollocks, after all that he hasn't got a weapon on him. Even though in the image he does. It's a bit of a pain in the arse. Well, I keep hitting him and he keeps missing, so surely, yeah, he didn't have long to go, but he didn't have a weapon to leave for me, which is a pain. Okay, let's take a look up here. Nothing in there. So, yeah, I am a big fan of the game, so what will I score it? I will give it 8.5 out of 10. I think that's a fair score. In fact, if anything, it probably deserves more than that. Oh, bastard. Right, surely 2 will do him. Yeah, right. Yeah, despite the basic graphics and the sparse sound effects, I think the game is excellent. The storyline is pretty good, and it is one of those games that keeps you playing on and on and on. Let's take a look at you. Protection from evil. Well, I'll definitely have some of that. Pick up the ring and wear the ring. There we go. Right, let's see what yeah, right, that's fine. Off we go. So I'll tell you what, let's put some music back on so that at the very least you get to hear the Rob Hubbard soundtrack while I play this a bit more. I don't usually last all that long in this, so well, let's see how we go. The Hellhound is pretty tough, and I still have no weapon. Killed the Hellhound already. This skeleton doesn't have a weapon either. Right, what's that? Oh, helmet. Right, I will drink my health potion. Hasn't quite given me full health, but nevertheless, it has improved things. Only I had that fucking armour. Oh shit. I've got 2 hellhounds and an orc here. This is going to be tough. The orc has a dagger. There's also a fucking skeleton has just turned up. Alright, let's attack the orc. Hopefully I can kill it and take the dagger. If I survive. Jesus Christ, I don't think I'm going to survive this battle. They are missing an awful lot, but okay, skeletons just hit me. Killed the orc, right, pick up dagger. Now let's attack these other bastards. Health is getting very low. Jesus, that didn't do me any favours. I have a feeling I'm about to croak it, yeah. There you go, so that is the Master of Magic. So I think it's fantastic. Budget role-playing game from 1986. A lot of people would instantly dismiss it as being crap, but it's not crap at all. It's a fucking decent game. Well worth checking out if you haven't played it before, which wouldn't surprise me, as I say, it wasn't a big seller in the day, but it absolutely deserved to be a big seller. It's a great game, and yeah, I highly recommend it. So there you go, Master Magic for Commodore 64, 8.5 out of 10. That brings this video to an end, and we will see you at the next one.